Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Monday. Today is October 7th, 2024. Just coming to you today to say hello and happy Monday, happy start of your week. I hope everyone has a wonderful start to their week today and a blessed week, whatever you do. I just wanted to come to you today and ask, this was on my mind. Why do we wait until we're older to look at the consequences, you know, uh, more than we did when we were younger? I know a lot of us have gone through a lot of stuff, in our lives. Everybody has gone through something. A lot of us wouldn't have a record, going to jail. A lot of us wouldn't have kids. A lot of us wouldn't be out on our second or third marriage. A lot of us wouldn't have debt or a lot of debt. And a lot of us wouldn't have any regrets on something that we said out of jealousy or spite to a family member or friend if we would have just thought about the consequences first, and a lot of times that when we're young, we do and then think later. Don't get me wrong, a lot of us are still doing it now as adults. You're right about that. But when we were younger, we didn't really think about the consequences until it was too late. And I know, me specifically, I always think about, like when I was locked up, when I had got incarcerated, and I have been locked up before. Um, if I would have thought about, what this could have done to my life and what it did to my life, I wouldn't have never done it. I wouldn't have never thought about, going out there and doing stupid stuff like I did. I mean, I was 19, you know, I'm now 44, I haven't been back. So calm down. It's okay. I made a mistake. I fell down and I got myself back up. I did my time. I paid my time. I paid my dues. And I've been cool ever since. But I was young and dumb. And I wish I would have thought about the consequences more back then. And I didn't. Why don't we? As adults, you think about it more because I think you know that there's a lot more at stake. You have a lot more going for yourself. A lot of us has a family to look out for, to protect, to guide. A lot of us have property, and a lot of us have investments. So looking at the consequences are more, more important as an adult. Now I see. But if we could have only done that, when we were younger, or in the past. I don't know what your past is, but mine is when I was younger. But like I said before, what I'm saying. I mean, a lot of us, have, wouldn't have kids. Maybe you slept with the wrong person, or maybe you married the wrong person. You know, um, Maybe you felt like that person was for you, when you were younger, and now you're sitting back like, what the hell did I get myself into? Why did I do that? And it's okay. It's okay because, it's just one of those things, where we have to make our own choices. We have to make our own decisions, and when we do, we don't take other things into consideration. Um, like for instance, I mean, if somebody really likes you, that person is really down for you, but you don't want to marry that person, but you still feed into it, kind of give it something that it shouldn't have, and down the line you regret it. I've had those regrets, and I'm sure some of you watching, have had those same regrets. And it's not nothing that we need to beat ourselves up over, because we all make mistakes, and none of us are perfect. And I know, reading the word, it says, the word talks about how whoever trusts in his own mind is a fool, but he who walks in wisdom will be delivered. And that stands out to me because, a lot of times, we walk in our own mind. I mean, we don't think about the consequences. We don't think about our action, what our actions can do, or what our actions can bring to someone. We don't really care about who we hurt. Even if it's ourselves. We don't really care about 2 or 3 years down the line, that we're going to be unhappy because, we didn't see those red flags in the beginning. Those red flags that stood out like a sore thumb. We don't think about those things. But now, I mean, I think, like, in my 40s, I have not really ignored a lot of the red flags I run into, but you contemplate on whether you should do it or not more. I mean, I have a discussion with myself more now in my 40s, whether or not I should do things, even though I still make mistakes, even though I still fall, even though I'm still going to fall short. We all fall short. The word also says that we all fall short of the glory. But it's up to us to make those changes, and also help these young people think about the consequences more, because since I've been here in Omaha, man, it's been a lot of deaths, like young people dying, like shootings, and it's just been like, what is going on? Like, I mean, I don't know, how or who these kids are being raised, but I can't judge anybody, but at the same time, I'm praying for these young kids. I'm praying for these young adults, to think about their consequences more. Think about what you're going to do to somebody's family. Think about what you're going to do to some young man's kids who are now going to grow up without him. Some young woman who's now going to be who's going to have motherless children. I'm just going to pray for them, and I think we should all get together and pray for these young kids, because they need our guidance, man. They need direction, and some old adults do too. You know who you are. No, I'm not pointing any fingers, but anyway. But yeah, so yeah, we need to just go to prayer over these kids, over these young adults, that they think about, what they're doing before they do it. And also, for us, as adults, as older adults, we also need to think about, what makes us upset. A lot of us are, living a life now that we've experienced a whole lot, and, we carry a lot of baggage, and it upsets you. It angers you. And sometimes we need to step back and say, you know what, is this really worth being upset about? What she said, is that really worth me being angry about? I mean, it's just negative energy that I don't need. Positive vibes only. Seriously. But yeah, let's pray for the kids, y'all, and for ourselves. And I'm gonna lift everybody up as well, to start thinking more about our consequences, and going forward, just thinking about what we're going to do, how we're going to harm another person's family. It's too many moms and dads out here burying their kids, man. That's one thing that my mom said, before she passed away. She said that she is so happy that she didn't have to bury her kids. We were in an environment when we were young, it was gangs all over. But my mom shielded us from that. She kept us, safe. And with God's help and guidance and protection, we were able to, not be a part of those gangs growing up. And that's incredible because they were all around us. They were everywhere. But prayer works. Pray for these kids. Pray for these communities and these neighborhoods. And I just hope everyone has a beautiful week. If you like my message, if you like my messages and my recordings, I appreciate it. Subscribe to them and share them if you can. And I'm trying to come to you guys every other day. Maybe every day sometime soon. I mean, it depends on how many people like what I say and like what I hear. And also, just let me know if you have any content you want me to talk about, and we can talk about it. But until then, I love you guys. Have a beautiful week. Peace and love. Love you.